Hi everyone, I hope you're having a great day. This video today is about souls transitioning, removing your focus from the physical plane, going to another soundtrack, another life track, another dimension of your very own, because everything is eternal and souls don't die. And that's a very delicate thing to say, and Jesus is my favorite, if not one of the best masters of demonstrating that to the best of his ability in a physical body to show everyone, but without muddying the waters. And what I mean by muddying the waters is he did all of his verbal instruction, verbal guidance over the course of 3 years. And the most beautiful thing he does time and again is he'll leave and he'll go and meditate and be by himself, and then he'll, and I do that because it can be exhausting, come back into the fold and offer words of instruction and guidance. But the most challenging thing as a teacher or a master, and you can read as many as you like, is that you love so much, but you know that you can't climb into the perspective behind the eyeballs of the other person and do it for them. On my own path, I really wish a lot of masters would just jump into my skin and do it for me, but I consistently only get guidance because I have to find my own frequency, my own resonance, my own note, my own sound of grace that creates the me that is me. And we have today, in honor of you two that have spent, I don't even have numbers for how many years and dedication they have since the beginning of their career, trusted this God path guidance to know in the core of their being that they are part of this huge unfolding in their lifetimes. And I saw a picture on Twitter where they were honoring Dennis Sheehan, their manager, who was with them for many, many years, and he never considered it work, which what a great soul that is, right? And how he mentioned, Dennis, that they work so hard because they're climbing this mountain. And they are a pinnacle example of when that passion gets a hold of you, you aren't going to let go, because it is so loud and it is so determined to not just give you what you want, but show you through you what it, and what is it? God, life, love, eternity, everything, all there is, what it is capable, and not just capable of, but that it wants to give you. It wants to mirror back to you. So when you're looking at an insanely successful band or person or whatever, you're seeing them following their passion and aligning with their own heart song. And U2 is a perfect example of a heart song because it's a love song from beginning to end. And God bless all of you. I want to call you boys, gentlemen, boys, for trusting that heart song of God to say, come on. People keep asking, people keep asking, people keep asking. And so to anyone that isn't in U2 or isn't Dennis and is like, oh, please, I don't want to hear about everybody else's life story, it's the same thing for you. Whether you are a single mom who's poor and broke, hi, me too. Don't let that get you down. Or you're a guy working at McDonald's, or you're on the street, or you're the Chewbacca mom. There is a heart song dialed in that fits you perfectly. No one can be Jimmy Fallon but Jimmy Fallon. And Jimmy Fallon is outrageously cool. No one could have been Robin Williams but Robin Williams. Jim Carrey is like wide awake. Go read his Twitter feed. It'll blow your mind and make you laugh. He found himself not just in his work, where it mirrored back to him what a great comedian that he really is, but he found his soul now that he's succeeded and made all the money that he set out to make. He's now been woken up on this higher level of like, hey, Jim, check this out. All these souls are waking up, and we're working really hard here to tell everybody that no matter what your vocation, current activity is, that your presence, your existence is the only thing that matters. It sounds so nuts to some people because we've been tricked into believing that collection is confirmation of worthiness, but it's not that at all. Your worthiness is the Holy Mother holding her baby. I mean, my goodness gracious God, you exist. Believe me, your mom loves you no matter what. And if you have one of those moms that told you a long time ago she doesn't love you no matter what, or you still think that, God loves you no matter what because you're here. So you've got your own perspective. And the good news is every day I die again and again and am reborn. So are you. Every day is a brand new day. The beginning of the Bible starts out with Genesis, where on the first day God does this and then he chills, and then God does this and then he chills, and then God does this and then he chills. That story is meant to be a presentation of every single day you get up, you create something, you go, cool, proclaim it good, because you're co-creating with all of the universe, and then you chill. And there's nothing bad happening there. So going back to souls don't die, which is an awkward, it's such a delicate topic because we all love each other so much that when one of us withdraws our consciousness from our bodies, we kind of freak out. So along those lines, God has made a huge effort to show you that your physical vehicle is capable of lasting longer than you think. We have, what do they call them? Incorrupted bodies in France and the Catholic Church. Just look up incorrupted body. I can't remember her name. It's not Sister Faustina. It's at Lourdes. No, that's Sister Faustina. No, yeah, it's at Lourdes. The woman, the nun who was incorruptible, the miraculous medal, to try to show you that like the universe is capable of sustaining a physical vibration even beyond the withdrawing of your soul's consciousness from operating that car. I don't mean C-A-R, I mean, I think it's K-A-R in the Sikh language, of operating the physical vehicle. So some people get freaked out like, oh, the government or bad people would want to use this higher consciousness for bad things. That's not even worthy of thinking about, because anyone involved in any activity is always reaching for their higher good, whether they realize it or not, whether they're completely aware yet or not, that like the obvious goal for the best sustainable country is not power over, but power with. It's complementary. So back to souls don't die, and back to bringing around the Bible and Jesus. I went so off track, but this is a good thing. This presentation is basically to say that you can look out from your perspective on life, and it's only yours, and see that right in front of you, no matter where you are, if you can get this, you'll get something important for today. You can, if you want to, take a step in any 360 direction. But you can also, if you want to, sit down and do nothing. And you can also, if you want to, ask the universe, because souls don't die, therefore the consciousnesses that were here before you still have an awareness, but there's a law in the universe that people seem to keep forgetting. It's ask and it is given, ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find. But it's ask. Ask. So you have to say like, hey, if you're a musician, hey, God, whatever, universe, I can't hear the next note. And it comes. You send out question, next note, answer, next note. Okay? Ask and it is given. Put it out, get it back. Question, answer. So in your own reality every day, you can back yourself up to say, wow, I'm actually making a conscious choice in my next step, in my next word, move. And when you get on the groove, if it's a song, great example, when you get on the groove, when you pick up the frequency of that intonation, that tone, that resonance that you're reaching for, the universe speaks back to you. Believe me, the universe is more bored some days than you would ever believe, just waiting to play with you. Then you get to play more, and then what happens is you remember, oh, that's why little kids are so crazy. Oh, that's why little kids don't give a shit what they're doing. Oh, that's why little kids just want to like play. because the universe would love to play with you. But if you want to be all, it's not very playful, then if you're all serious, then that's all can come back to you. I'm having a serious pissed off moment. And the universe is like, okay, here's another serious pissed off moment. All right. So in honor of all souls that are still resonating in their own frequency, perhaps not physically focused, but definitely caring about what you're about, I just wanted to throw that in there, that souls don't die. Souls don't die. God doesn't destroy what God creates. People may choose to go somewhere else and play elsewhere on different levels and planes, but they're always with you and always available and always caring and always just a question, a resonant heartbeat of, even if it's just thank you, of love away, or not even away, just right here, right now, inside of you. So that's a tiny little piece of partly what's going on in the awakening. If you're freaking out or you feel like there's a lot of information flying through you, sometimes that can be overwhelming. And the best thing to do is just tell the universe, okay, I get it. There's a lot of information overwhelming me. Slow it down so that I can digest it, take it all in, look at it, enjoy it without having to go physically do something, and sort of allow the piece of all of it that is me settle into myself and play with you guys, see you guys, reach out to you guys, which is also reaching out to yourself, and reflect on what's going on inside of me. Because this awakening can be quite a rocky, shake the foundation of who you thought you were ride. But truth be told, the good news is it's going to shake you back down to who you really are and who you really want to be. And so after all this sort of explosions, you end up more peaceful, more grounded, more confident. Even if you don't talk about, I'm so confident, you just feel more secure. So Jim Carrey, shout out to you. Go back and read Jim Carrey's tweets. He's so wide awake. He's like, I'm so awake. There's two me's. And I'm reading them going, this is awesome. This man's wide awake. Yeah, but it doesn't matter who you are or where you live. What matters is that you are and that you're here. And that if I can give you anything, you're definitely not alone. Been there, done that. And it's all pretty normal. But no, we can't totally climb in and tell you what to do, but just ask for guidance and you always get it. Every single time. All right. Sat Nam. Namaste. And thank you for watching. Yeah, you didn't have to spend this time with me, but you did, and thank you. And I would be honored to spend even more time with you. Just to let you know you're awesome, and you're wonderful, and you're doing amazing things every step you take.